Greetings, my friends. As I said in my video yesterday, my bonus Sunday video, actually it'll be Monday by the time you see this, of that this would have never happened before. President Trump lost the election just a couple weeks ago, where Iran is telling Syria, we're going to help you take the Golan Heights back from Israel, which is never going to happen. It's going to cause the Isaiah 17 prophecy to be fulfilled, the Psalm 83 war becoming Gog-Magog war. But the fact they're so emboldened shows you, as I warned you, what's going to happen when and if President Trump loses the election, which he did. I know many believe that the lawsuits are going to happen, but how many times did you hear during the 4 years when he was president that somebody came up with a huge blockbuster? Oh, this person's going to be put behind bars, and this person's going to be locked up because of their emails, and this person's going to be... It's like the boy who cried wolf. He cried wolf so many times. When the wolf finally came to get him, everybody ignored him. They blew him off because they knew they didn't believe him anymore. And it was too late for him. I don't believe it. I don't believe anything anymore. I think it's over. I think that God's judging this country. And it's just amazing how few Christians can see that. Even secular people, how few can see it. And I'm just tired of it. So today, again, we're showing again another prime example, another prime event that's happening because people are emboldened that President Trump is leaving soon and Joe Biden's taking over. Emboldened at Trump's loss, the WHO, the World Health Organization, uses a 4-hour emergency pandemic session, 4-hour session, to blame Israel for causing COVID-19. You know, let me just repeat that in case you think that's stuttered. Let's rewind it. They used the entire 4-hour emergency pandemic session to blame Israel for causing COVID-19. Now, let me just think for a second. The last time that I heard, COVID-19 started in a lab in Wuhan, China, is where they believe it started at. But definitely started in a fish market in the Wuhan, China. That's where it started. Israel, China. Israel, China. Let's look at the map. Israel, China. You know, I'm just so tired. It just shows you how demonic that the world's governments have become, how demonic that government agencies and global agencies have become when they can blame Israel. And they would never done it before. Now they know that President Trump's leaving. They're emboldened because the devil is giving them more and more pride and more confidence, self-confidence to be able to attack Israel, which is God's prophetic timepiece. And we know Israel will be attacked immensely in the last days, which shows how much further into the last days we are, how close we are to the imminent rapture and the tribulation. To blame Israel for causing COVID-19, let me give you an example. To blame Israel for causing COVID-19 is like to blame me for the sun coming up tomorrow. It's my fault. Oh, blame Paul Kidd because the sun's up tomorrow. It's his fault. That's the rationale in the mentality and the insanity and the sheer madness of blaming Israel. But again, the hatred for Israel is like the hatred for President Trump. They hate President Trump's guts. The world does. The world hates Israel's guts as well, for all intents and purposes. And I love Israel. Pray for her every day, have for just eons. And God said, and he's proven it. He hasn't just said, he's proven it with action. God is a God of action, not just words. He will bless those who bless Israel and curse those who curse Israel. And World Health Organization, welcome to God's curse, because you, my friends, are going to feel the wrath of God in his time. You can bank on that. You can take that to the bank. It's a fact. It's the way it's going to go down. I'm so tired of what's going on. And this is just the beginning because President Trump's still in the office. Imagine when he has to leave come January 20th and Biden takes over and all of his buddies in the Democrats and you run the gamut from just regular Democrats to socialists to communists. They're all in there. And can you imagine when they take over what it's going to become? And again, it's this country's fault. This country's turned its back on God for the last time. This country has offended God for the last time. This country has done so many evil, wicked, terrible, filthy things that I've done in thousands of videos. I won't reinvent the wheel. This country has become anti-God, anti-Christ, anti-Christian, anti-Bible. It's become a festering, wicked, vomitous-infested hellhole. And I can't stand it. I can't stand it here. I can't wait to go home to heaven. This place makes me want to projectile vomit all over the screen. And I found a projectile vomit emoji, by the way. Didn't even know it existed. Now, I'm not big on that kind of stuff. I'm kind of a meat and potatoes guy, nuts and bones guy, nuts and bolts guy, and marrow bone guy. I don't get into the fancy stuff, but to me, emojis might be like easy for you guys, but it's fancy for me. But I found a vomitous emoji I'm using all the time now. We're in bad shape, my friends. This country, this world is in a horrible shape, and God's about to rain down judgment that's going to wipe out billions and billions and billions of people. Satan, the Antichrist, and the false prophet will wipe out, will bring wicked judgment to wipe out tons of people. It's going to be madness and pain and suffering beyond your wildest nightmare. Why would you want to go through all of that? You don't have to. Jesus Christ is your only hope. If you've never been saved, you're backslidden. Pray the prayer. Do the 6 steps in the box below the video. No one's guaranteed more time in your life. If you'd like prayer, contact me. I'll pray for you every day. I love you all so much, and look up, true Christians. Our redemption draweth nigh. We fly soon. May God bless you. Help me get the word out. And just remember this now. Just remember this now. As bad as COVID is right now, as bad as COVID-19 is right now, all around the world, and the WHO used this emergency pandemic session, and instead of talking about ways to fix COVID-19 and ways to fix things, they use the entire time to bash Israel and blame her for causing COVID-19. So that makes you wonder, how important really is this? Is there something underlying that we don't know about COVID-19? If it's so urgent, if it's so vital, why didn't they use that 4 hours to try to find a way to cure it and get rid of it and control it? It's things that make you go, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. All I know is it's madness, it's insanity, and I just can't. It reminds me of a couple years ago when a shark attacked someone over in an Arab nation, and they blamed Israel. I kid you not. I did a video on it. They blamed Israel for that shark biting one of their own people. You know, it's unbelievable how Satan is just running the show because the world's turned its back on God. Love you guys. May God bless you. Share this video. Get the word out. Love you. Bye.